Hi, Cricket here again. I won the Scorch for the week 226A. The prompt was from Peishi. I'm too spicy for your heart, but with a hot chili pepper emoji filling in for spicy and the red heart emoji for heart. The prompt is from an aespa song, Spicy, which is a whole jam and had come out pretty recently when Peishi prompted this. And I feel like I had a really hard time coming up with something for it, and something that helps me out sometimes when I'm stuck on a prompt is I'll think about characters I already have, and I'll write in a world where at least I already have people and I already have a vibe. I'm also a real victim of recency bias in that, where even though I have a nice little doc that lists all of my scorches and all of the continuities I have and all of the ones I maybe want to come back to, I'm much more likely to just write somebody I've written in the last several months. So that's definitely what inspired this upcoming little piece, was that I was like, I don't know what to do with this. And then I was like, you know who I do have though? A bunch of people who work in an office. And so I just titled this story with the pepper emoji and the red heart emoji. But in my head I read it Spicy Heart. Not a good title, but it is what it is. I'm too red pepper for your heart. The note was attached with a shiny ribbon dangling from a box of cookies that were sitting in the office break room. The cookies looked like chocolate chip, but it was hard to say. The box was a pale blue, and it looked like it was from a nice bakery, but it wasn't labeled. There was, however, a cheerful yellow post-it note attached to the side of the box that said, "To share!" Smiley face. In handwriting he didn't recognize. Preston wanted to eat one of them so badly, but he was a little, well, scared. Sure, the cookies looked normal, but what if they weren't? What if they were ghost pepper chocolate chip or something? He was a white boy from Indiana. He wasn't made for spice like that. He stared at the cookies longingly during his whole lunch break. He thought about them all afternoon. On his way out of the office, he ducked into the break room again to check, and sure enough, the cookies were still there. A good number were missing. Eaten, presumably. And Preston hadn't seen anyone crying tears of spicy cookie humiliation, so he snagged one and then left. In the elevator on the way down, he bit into the cookie, and it was amazing. Maybe the best chocolate chip cookie he'd ever had. And then the initial taste was overwhelmed by something else, and Preston suddenly understood what the note meant. In reading through this, I suddenly realized that although I know who Preston and his office compatriots are, all the rest of you don't, because I lost the week that I wrote about them. You didn't get to meet Preston in his debut piece, you get to meet him in this funny little piece where I was like, what if the cookies were strange? Is the cookie actually surprise ghost pepper spicy? Does the cookie just have something else going on? I'll never tell. Because I don't know. I just needed to write something. I was surprised and delighted to win. I feel like it's a reoccurring pattern with Peishi in particular, that I'm just like, when I write stuff where I'm just like, oh my gosh. Peishi looks at it and goes, that's a winner. Oh, I love her so much. So that was my little piece. The prompt for the next week was, now kindly take your hijinks and leave. I feel almost certain that this is a quote from something somewhere, but I have no idea what it was. What a good group I had that week. And the people I had writing for me were Octo, Red, and Bones, which is just like such a good combination. I definitely looked at that group and was like, you know what these people need? Hijinks. And they delivered. So look forward to that. Once again, thanks for joining us on the Cellblock Scorch, and keep those fires burning.
The Cellblock Scorch is a production of Stellacore, an independent group of nerds sharing their obsessions with the world. We can be reached at thestellacore@gmail.com, through comments on your podcast platform of choice, our Instagram, Stella_core, and at our YouTube, also called Stellacore. Feel free to check out our other productions on our YouTube channel, or our cosplays on Instagram. If you would like to support our creative endeavors, you can give a one-time tip to the Ko-Fi of the writer of your favorite Scorches, or check out our Patreon, linked in the show notes. There, you can access the winning Scorches and episode transcripts for free, or sign up for Spark level support for $5 a month to gain access to all of the Scorch submissions.